So the first thing I'm going to talk about is cabbage. Alright, this is my newest guy right here. There we go. I can just take that off. There we go. You can see this was a cabbage that I cut up and I ate the cabbage. And then I cut off the bottom of the cabbage and I stuck it in water. I started and I left it in the kitchen for, I don't know, maybe about a week or two. And once I get a new one, I'll show you kind of the growth stages. But see how this guy has roots? He has pretty good roots going down here and all these new little leaves and areas. Once it starts to get some little leaves poking out, then you know it's time to kind of bring it outside and let it get some sunlight. But just make sure your kitchen has some sun coming in. I'm going to show you one that I started a while ago. This guy over here. Same way. This one and this one. I cut off the bottom of the cabbage. I put it in water until it had some roots on the bottom. This guy had bugs eating the leaves. So the reason why this is discolored is because I sprayed it with vinegar. You can see some of these parts where they chomped on my leaves. I didn't like that. But I had to spray it. And I kind of, first time I sprayed it, it helped. And then they came back and I sprayed it again, and I think I sprayed a little too much. So these guys started to die, but new things came back and it's still pretty healthy. It's still not doing too bad. This guy, he really stopped growing for a while. I didn't think it was going to come back to life. I think I put it in the ground too soon. But now that it's spraying, he's actually really looking like he's coming back to life. So anytime you think you've messed something up, don't despair. It may come back. Just kind of leave it. Now this guy, he's about in the middle. He's my second oldest that I put in the ground. Same thing. He started out like that first cabbage, and he's doing really, really well. As you can see, I don't have any eaten leaves. It looks pretty healthy, except for this down here. I haven't figured out how to get rid of those guys quite yet. But still learning, so you guys can learn with me. But so far, so good. He's looking pretty well. As long as you don't see, I'll show you like my peppers. Like you see these little bugs chomped. They did that on my other cabbage. And you spray a light layer of vinegar and water, white vinegar, and it kind of stops it, I've noticed. I guess those bugs, they don't want to eat it with vinegar. But if you spray too much, then you can kind of burn and singe the leaves of the cabbage. And they don't like that either. This guy, he started to wilt over the weekend because all the water evaporated that was in this container. But I put water in and they left him all week and he came back to life. Still a little bit dry, but you can see some new growth around the edges, and the bottom looks kind of nasty, but you can pull that off. You can pull all that nastiness off. All you really need is this little bottom stalk. So these are my cabbages. I'll post a new video from beginning to end once I cut up the other cabbage that we have in the fridge, and it'll be really cool to see how it starts each day by day, how it looks. I love seeing the progression.